Hello and welcome to the first podcast of the first quarter of 2018. I am Srini and it gives me immense pleasure to be hosting this, especially in light of the fact that I'll be retiring at the end of this month. First up are the highlights of the first quarter, and Mr. Shekhar Sanyal, country head of the IET India, will walk you through it.
Hello. I am very happy to address all of you at the end of the first quarter of 2018. It's been an exciting first quarter. We started off with a bang with the Community Volunteers Conference, the CVC, which was held in Mahabalipuram right at the beginning of February. We had about 80 volunteers from all across the subcontinent, India and Sri Lanka, who came and attended it for 2 days approximately. We also had a celebrity speaker, Satyarup Siddhanta, who is a 7 Summit Challenge winner who just came back from the South Pole mountaineer, who was an asthmatic kid and who overcame his asthma to become transformed himself to climb all these mountains. And he came and talked to us about transforming the IET and the impact that the IET has, because the theme of the CVC was transform. We also, in the same CVC, we had Mr. Mustafa Wajid, the chairman of the India Development Panel, who talked about the impact of the work that we do in rural India, how we should be starting to look at rural India. Part of the conversation that we are doing in that part of rural India is under our Future of Mobility and Transport panel, which is our newly launched panel, sector panel that we are talking about. And part of that, we are supporting a pilot in rural India, which is focused on using mobility to bring employment and increase ability to earning potential of the people in rural India through an e-vehicle, which is called the Impact Vehicle. So you can read more about it on our website, but we have just launched that vehicle in February along with Innovent, which actually is running the pilot on the ground, and we will be supporting it and taking it to the various people across. So that kind of was the big bang start, and then there is much more that was happening.
An exciting new startup, AutoFi, had helped us to automate our lighting systems in the office. Next up, you will hear from Mr. Supreet Shetty, who heads AutoFi, about this project.
We've been very fortunate actually to work with IET. IET gave us a tremendous exposure to validate our solution. So from our standpoint, we just came in on a Monday morning when everybody was working, and we installed and implemented the entire solution in 2 hours. We removed the existing switches and replaced it with our switches, and this was done by a regular electrician, and there was absolutely no configuration. We happened to just give the user ID password for the admin to the admin person out here, and she in turn started giving permissions to individual devices and groups of devices to the relevant personnel. Solution from a security standpoint is built in such a way that it cannot be hacked, in the sense that there can be no other devices that can come into the network. So we have built a proprietary protocol where the solutions, so the devices get pushed from the cloud into the controller here, so that no other rogue devices can get in. The very first day we installed the solution, we found out that at night there was a conference room that was switched on, and we could monitor it, and we found out that there was nobody in the office, and then somebody remotely switched off the lights. So this actually provides another round of validation as to how easy it was to implement, and how secure it is, and how much of energy savings and the convenience the solution brings.
The IET India IoT panel partnered in 2 large events, one led by the Exhibitions India Group and the other by IMA. Dr. Rishi Bhatnagar, chair of the IoT panel, will give you more details about our participation.
This time in Alikrama, which is one of the largest event that happens in electricity globally, had requested IET India IoT panel to help them in doing the IoT for electricity. So I'm also sharing the track as part of the eTech Next of Alikrama, a track on how IoT and artificial intelligence will focus and transform the electricity industry. We have been able to bring number of good speakers for the conference here in Alikrama. And also, we have been part of finding who all can be the good startups, who are the good paper writers in this particular field. How IoT will transform electricity is today in Alikrama is where IET India IoT panel is supporting.
We did the Internet of Things Congress, the second edition last year. And our Internet of Things Congress is much beyond just an event. We do a lot of work around the year. The IoT panel does a lot of work around the year. And that culminates into the Internet of Things IoT India Congress. So out of the IoT India Congress came recommendations around various verticals. And we took these recommendations and went to Delhi and met the relevant ministries and gave them these recommendations. So we actually went and met the MIT, which is the Ministry of IT, and the Department of Telecom, the Ministry of Telecom. We went and met the Ministry of Health and Welfare, Human Welfare. We met the Niti Aayog as well as the Department of Science and Technology. To all of them, we went and gave individual reports focused around the area that they work on under the aegis of IoT, what they should be doing, what is the next 12-month roadmap, what are the things that should look out for, what regulatory changes we are recommending, all that has gone to them. And we received very positive feedback from all of them. They are really looking forward to more inputs from the IET expert panels for the people who are part of the IET. And if you have any ideas around what we should be telling the ministries, please do let us know. IET accreditation, which is a global accreditation that we offer, has started to get very, very popular in India. This is essentially coming out of the focus of the government of India, of the Ministry of HRD, to make accreditation more kind of mandatory, push accreditation, look at quality and value of higher education. So in the last 1 year or so, we have had great progress. We had the KIIT Bhubaneswar and SRM University Chennai, who got accredited by the IET accreditation team. We also currently in this year have got 3 more accreditation visits which are coming up. We have got Savita University Chennai, we got PES University Bangalore and Shastra University Thanjavur, which are already in the process. So they will have visits this year from the accreditation team. Additionally, Hindustan University Chennai and MIT University Haryana have applied for, and they are going through the process. Most probably they will have, as through the process they will also get towards accreditation. So all in all, we are looking at 5, 6, 7, 8 universities in India which are now in various process of accreditation, in various life cycle part of the accreditation, which is great news indeed. And we would like more and more universities to get accredited. Not necessarily it has to be IT accreditation, but our mission is that all universities should get accredited. If it's IT accreditation, nothing like it. So if you know about any universities which would like to get accredited, do let us know. We also have a workshop around accreditation, which focuses on educating universities as to how accreditation happens. What is the paperwork which is required? How do you prepare yourself? What is the Bloom's taxonomy that you use? How do you put your lesson plans together? All these are very important for them in their journey towards accreditation. And we are offering this workshop. It's not focused towards IT accreditation, it's focused around accreditation as a whole. Again, if you're an academician, if you're part of a university and you're finding it difficult around thinking about how accreditation needs to be done, please reach out to us. We are there to help you.
Next up, we have the chair of the IET UK Energy Sector Panel, Mr. Duncan Botting, who was in India in the first week of March. Let's hear from him, his experiences and views.
My name is Duncan Botting. I'm the IET Energy Sector Chair and presented in the eTech Next track on IoT and AI and energy. So there's a whole range of discussions gone on which have been really interesting. India is really at the forefront of some of the thinking on IoT and AI. There's been a real buzz around some of the startups here, and I believe that much of the learning that hopefully is being brought from the developed countries is going to be complemented by the innovation and innovative thinking that is here in India. One of the major areas I've noted is that a lot of the areas of skills need to be really pushed home in terms of the areas of not just power engineering, but across the area of communications, integrated with understanding of market structures, regulation, and all of those areas which normally engineers don't really like to get involved with. If we achieve this, I think India has a huge potential for a lot of export market and the capability of producing engineers to go worldwide.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's a bit of a happy sad moment because Srini is retiring from the IET after 5 years and more of service, and I've caught him to do a rapid fire round with him to ask him some things about what he's looking forward to, some great moments with the IET. So here we go. Srini, what is the one thing that you'll miss about the IET after you retire?
The IET was a unique place to work in, especially with the lovely set of staff and volunteers, which I'm sure I'll miss.
Question number 2. What is that one thing that you're really looking forward to about your retirement?
I have not really given it a thought as of this moment. I'll just take it as it comes, one day at a time, cross the bridge when I come to it, kind of a thing.
All right.
So, as I said to many people, that it's been 30 years of always strategizing, planning and all my life. So I think I'll get off that strategizing, planning, and let's see how far it goes.
Okay, good luck with that.
Thank you.
One word that comes to your mind when I say the IET.
Fun.
One word that comes to your mind when I say volunteers.
Well, the IET can't be without its volunteers. So if I say the IET fun, then obviously everybody.
All right. So what will be your parting message to your colleagues, friends, volunteers at the IET?
The 5 years that I've spent here had been quite tumultuous, especially when we had drawn up all the strategies for since the last 2 years, and we are well on the course to it. I would hope that whatever we have planned in the strategy, especially with the organization structure, I hope all that comes to fruition, and look forward to seeing the IET grow from strength to strength.
That's lovely. And from all of us at the IET, the staff, the volunteers, I wish you a very happy retirement. May you have many more cricket matches to watch, many more places to see, and a lot of traveling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us.
As you know, the IoT India Congress is going into its 3rd year, and we have decided that 8th and 9th of October will be the date when we will do the IoT India Congress for 2018. It's going to happen in Bangalore, and it's very exciting that we have now, for this edition, tied up with India's largest exhibition company, Exhibitions India, who will be partnering with us on the IoT India Congress 2018. We have an exciting array of things that we are doing in IoT India Congress: blockchain, artificial intelligence, healthcare, manufacturing. These are few of the tracks which we are already talking about. We will have a scintillating list of speakers, A-listed speakers, as well as people from the government and from startups and from the academia will all be part of it. So I would request you, please start blocking your dates now.
That's it from us for the first podcast for this year. Thank you for watching. Do like us and do all those nice social media things that people do on Facebook, Twitter and so on. And that's it from me, Rishi signing off.